Alright, so here we are going to run the scum deck and see what happens. Alright, so double council is typically pretty good. Just gives us a lot of draw. He's on Smuggler, so it could be raised stakes, could be sleuths, could be, rebel aggression. Because he's starting Smugglers, and I don't know what deck he's playing, I'm going to actually toss back a council. Might be the wrong play here, but I don't think I really want to see... I want my corrupt officials to be as beneficial as possible. Alright. And let's see. I like that we get this guy. And I like that we have a 1-drop. This I'm gonna toss. Yeah. I'll keep it. I'm gonna toss the explosive charge just because typically they're not great till later in the game. So let's see if he's on rebel, aggro, or unblockables. Oh, okay. Cool, it's on Jedi, so it'll be a different game than I thought. That's good. I should have definitely kept the other council. I'll wish him luck here, and we'll start things off. And let's see, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and toss the explosive charge. It might end up being really good later on, but we'll see what happens. Alright, let's see. So I have two plays. It's either the Gamorrean in a Scrum Security team or a Quadi Security team. Lots of security teams in this deck. Or a Gamorrean guard. So I think it's going to be the Gamorrean with the Trandoshan. And go ahead and drop the Gamorrean. And see if he's got anything he needs to do. And we'll just commit the Gamorrean here. Alright. And that'll take the force back to us. And we'll get ready to reset up our hand here. Alright, Greedo's not bad. Not great, but not bad. What I like here is that we can twist away some cards from him, and then we can land a supporting fire, and we've got a couple different options for how we want to play out supporting fire. I've kind of found with supporting fire that with a hand like this, for example, I don't need to keep any of these cards, so I could very easily drop the supporting fire and then drop, say, Greedo into it, and then flip over and see if I need to put it in a security team to take it up to 5, or if I need to put in a 2 to take it up to, take it to 4, 2 to take it up to 5. So, Chewie is really bad for this deck, and of course, I'm not going to be able to start with my capture effect that I would like. So, let's see. If I win the edge and do 2 here, then that's very bad for me because they'll be able to retaliate for 4 here, or you could do 2 here and 2 here, so I still want to be able to kill Chewie. Actually, I don't know if he can respawn like that. No, okay, he can't respawn like that. So if I do 2 here, he can do 4 back, and then he can attack here and still live, so he can wipe my board. I don't have a heat of battle, so no, there's no reason to block. So Chewie is very, very bad for this deck, as I said in the deck intro. This is not only a first turn Chewie, but it's a first turn Chewie with Trust Your Feelings, so it's obviously very, very bad. The bummer about Bib is that he doesn't do anything to Trust Your Feelings, so think what I'll probably do is I will probably toss the security team and play Greedo, and that way he can't take out both during a block. He can't deal with both Greedo and the transition security team. So one objective on turn one, that is Chewie against this deck, in case anybody wanted to know. So move that dial along to 3. And let's see. Go ahead and toss the security team like I mentioned. Alright, that's a pretty good draw. We can drop the bounty on Chewie. And we've got a corrupt official to negate some damage. And I still think the play is to go ahead and drop Greedo. I don't think we need Bib. We're going to hold him for an edge. And then we're going to go ahead and throw it on him like that. OCTGN doesn't handle additional enhancements all that great sometimes. But he knows what he's doing. He's got it rearranged. And let's see. Let's see. There's no need to attack. We just need to make sure the dial moves. So I think the play is to commit here. And he's got a hand of 4, so he's at most he's going to be able to draw 3. So hopefully it won't be anything too much aggression here. But the idea is we're going to try to twist away some cards, and we'll supporting fire and add in Bib if we need to. Nice thing about supporting fire is if you're just going to lose the edge anyway, you can just hold on to your good card. And let's see what happens. We have to, unfortunately, we now have to block Chewie to try to guarantee that he can't win an edge. But, you know, he still has 4 resources, so he could still drop a Luke. He could drop a Yoda. He could even drop a Wookiee or a Guardian, and our plan of attack is much worse. So we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. We do have the corrupt official, so we can negate some damage. Alright, Yoda's pretty good for us here. He's most likely just going to use him to take the force back, and he'll probably try to attack with Chewie. If he's got a heat of battle or something, we'll hope he leads with it, I guess. But I can almost assure you that Yoda is not going to come into battle. And we don't actually need to block with the transition security team, we just need to win the edge. He left one open. I'm guessing it's a counterstroke. It's always a good guess. But we'll see. He's got 5 cards, so he's playing Jedi, he might be able to win this. He's probably got a twist. Yep. Oh, okay. I should look at that card number. See what number that is. 91, that's Obi. Very bizarre play, I have to admit. I'm not sure why you use supporting and then twist. I'm pretty sure you twist and then supporting. Unless this whole hand is just nothing but tricks. Oh, that's bad for Greedo, I suppose. I feel like force reactions, if possible, should just be programmed into OCTGN. So Chewie will just strike. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure how to use that correctly in OCTGN, but we'll just do it that way. Let's see. Yeah, I just realized the security team might be better against Chewie than I realized. It's not participating, so it's very interesting. He's got 2 cards in his hand. If they are total up to 3, he could negate bounty. I'm not sure he's going to be able to, so. It looks like he just realized he's got to deal with that bounty. So I'm guessing he's going to want to he does have a total of 3, so he's going to engage a second objective with Chewie so he can negate the bounty by putting in his 2 edge cards, or just his 1 edge card. Maybe he's got a 3 in hand, I don't know. So yeah, as predicted, that's what he's going to do. And I guess I just realized I can score some free points of damage. I should have seen that earlier. It's pretty good. So he's got the 3. He'll do his extra damage. And this time I will go ahead and strike. Should have done that last turn. Oh well. I guess if I had done it last turn... I forgot that's not automated. So if I'd done that last turn, it would have been a little nicer. We'll see what happens here on the draw. I think we're going to need another corrupt official to at least bide some more turns. And I believe he's just going to commit here and then pass. And he played a Chewie and a lightsaber deflection, so he did not have the counterstroke. Alright, so here goes hopefully some corrupt officials. No corrupt officials, so not good. Still no corrupt officials. But we can kill Chewie this turn, so that's good. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess we can do bib and the transition. That's 6. I didn't even notice. Alright, so let's see. I guess no possible way he could have action, so just go here. And I think I need to take the force back. I'll most likely not win an edge. Alright, so alright. And let's see. The question becomes, well, I know Chewie's not going to come back, so I guess we'll just get some damage in. Let's see what happens here. The situation is that we cannot actually allow that free point of damage to occur. So we know he's got Obi, can't play. We know he's got some Wolfman. Pretty confident he's got Luke and some Guardians. What we don't want him to draw is a lot of enhancements for Yoda. Our hand is not very good for winning the edge right now. That's good. It's a dead draw. And the fact that he played it instead of using it for a force struggle, or I'm sorry, an edge battle, it's pretty good. So we're really just kind of waiting to see what else he drew. My guess is a Guardian, maybe a 3PO. That's what we'll see hit the board. But we're basically hoping to dodge crucial things like Luke or Jedi lightsabers. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's too much else that we're worried about. Like I said, the other Chewie's already gone. Oh, he could Falcon. Oh, no, he can't Falcon just yet. Oh, well, I guess now he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he could Falcon here. Okay, it was Guardian, like I thought. I assume there's 4 in the deck. So, good odds of drawing and landing one since we haven't seen it yet. It'll be interesting to see what else he follows it up with. So, we'd like to see him follow it up with one more card. I'd rather go up against Yoda with him only having 3 cards in hand rather than him having 4. Again, these security team guys are really good. I really, really like what they can do in regards to taking out units. I really wish I'd been paying a bit more attention on that first strike that I could have struck with the security team. I like that they can strike Chewie without getting damaged. I should have realized that before. I assume he's most likely debating whether or not he can deal with our cards. If I was him, I would not engage here at all. He can't take the force back unless he tactics down the security team, or the Gamorrean guard. So, yeah, he has no real advantage to attack. All he can do is just try and slow the game down a bit. Let's see. I believe the correct play here is to toss the Almighty Sarlacc. We don't want to be damaging too many things right now. And we don't have any capture stuff going on. Now we do, of course. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 if we need it. That's the obvious play. And then looks like we're going to be feeding Yoda. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like that Trandoshan team down, I think, as opposed to Bib. What I mean is that I've got to pay for this somehow, so I'm thinking it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then 1 and 1 for the Trandoshan. Let's see. What just happened? All right. And let's see. The question is do we negate our tactics for a transition? I feel like the answer to that question is yes. And you can see how good counsel is for our deck. Because here, if I was able to draw, a card, maybe two, it would make a real big difference. So he held back his hand, so I'm guessing that means he's got some bigger stuff coming down. But it also means that he didn't think he could win an edge, which I find very interesting. I really wish I was seeing more of the corrupt officials. We're at just 29 cards left in the deck, and we've only seen one. I suppose at 25 we should at least see two. Alright, so there's another dead card that he drew. He only drew two cards, I assume. No, he tossed one and drew three. So that's good. And if he had the training before, then he should have played it differently. So Falcon's actually kind of bad news for us. We don't have any good blocks against the Falcon. So, a bit of a bummer there, I suppose. Especially because he's most likely going to kick back like a Luke or an Obi. But I don't think we're too worried about either of those guys. So I think sadly we just go ahead and let him take out Lucrative. I don't think there's any real benefit of us blocking that. We have a Heat of Battle, but it would just be a waste of a Heat of Battle. So we'll just not block there. So let's see if he's got anything to kick back the Falcon with. Really, really, really wish we would have seen a corrupt official there. We'll most likely have to toss the punishing one on our redraw in hopes to see what we need to see. We just don't want a Luke. Obi-Wan I'm okay with. Luke is no good. Oh, that's perfect. So he's going to double commit and take the force back. Let's see. Do that a little later on. Hopefully we'll flip another 2. Yep, alright, works for me. And then we really need to toss this guy. He's not going to be doing enough for us here. Unfortunately, neither of these things. That Krat Dragon is really, really good, obviously. And we might be finding ourselves in a pretty good position, I suppose. Let's see if we can take out a nice Guardian here. I admit it's kind of pointless, but I'm alright with it. And hopefully we can win an edge battle against the Falcon. Most likely not, but we can use that to draw a card on his turn. So. And right now we're just kind of going to stall out a turn or so. I guess we're looking at a few more turns. It's just that Falcon packs quite a punch. So he's got 4 cards in hand, one of which is Falcon. Let's see if he tosses any. I assume he's going to toss at least one, or one, and try to draw some better cards. He's probably looking for a little bit better manipulation with the Falcon, but we know we've ate a Yoda and 2 Chewies, and there's only going to be so many quote-unquote mains in the deck. So he's down to 5. We know one of which is a Falcon at 4, and we know the others aren't that good. So the problem we're now facing is we actually need to win an edge battle against the Falcon. Because we have to position here. So let's see what happens here. Still wish we had seen a corrupt official. So we definitely want to try to empty our hands. We'd like to see at least 1 or 2 more corrupt officials. We need to start slowing the game down just a little bit. Alright, so if he's going in with the Falcon, we have to block. Target of opportunity. So this, that's fine. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't actually do anything. Wonder why he wanted a shield on the Falcon so badly. Only has 3 health, so that's 1 damage. And I get to do 4. So, I'm not thinking of something that he can't lightsaber deflect with the Falcon. So let's see what happens here. He doesn't need to win the edge battle to do damage. He needs to win the edge battle to be able to strike. Well, the problem is it's a problem, I guess. Maybe I should have triggered this first, but I kind of want to save it for when he tries to attack into me, I suppose. Maybe we can get him to play another card here. I doubt it. Oh, okay. We'll take it. So he does not see a twist coming, it would appear. Still not quite sure why he wanted the shield on the Falcon. I can't figure that one out at all. Don't know why Octane isn't registering those fate cards, or the edge cards. So he's got one card in hand, most likely a unit that he wants to kick back with the Falcon, or not. Well, this is good then. He has to have, yeah. So we'll target there. Okay, so he had the heat of battle. He was thinking he could kill the Crad Dragon, I guess. He had 6 on my 2, so he gets rid of the bounty. But he won't be able to kill the Crad this turn, I don't believe. 3, 4. Let's see what he does here. It's an interesting strike there. I guess because he assumed I was just going to kill her. We'll just hit the Falcon. See what he does with the shield, I suppose. I believe I would have played the Yoda differently. I think I wouldn't have tried to win the edge. I would have just taken the action after I lost the edge to kick Falcon back to hand and put Yoda in play and then commit to the Force. So I get to do 2 damage there. And basically now I really have to draw my Corrupt Officials or I'm in a lot of trouble. Bizarre. So we'll go ahead and use that. I'm telling you guys, those transition security teams are really, really good. So, alright, here comes some Corrupt Officials, hopefully. No Corrupt Officials. So what's interesting is you can play this during their turn. I don't need to draw a Bosk or anybody right now. No reason to capture anyone. We know he has the Falcon in hand that we can just gank right out of there for 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of say, I think I might just want to damage this objective here with the Crad Dragon, and he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can do the Falcon and a 3, but not the Falcon and anybody major. Let's see. I don't think I'm in my deployment. Yep, okay. I think I'm just going to pass the deployment. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got Bib, but I kind of want to keep Bib open. So, yep. He's got 1 card in hand. So I know he doesn't have any actions. It's the Falcon. He's going to get a big draw this turn, but I really think I'm okay with that. And the idea here is that we're going to try to stick some damage and see if we can't kind of move things along a little bit. Let's see. I'm not sure why he's even thinking about blocking this. There's no way he plays the Falcon into it. Really? How bizarre. Let's see. Well, I guess we'll play the Gamorrean. See if he actually plays the Falcon. Okay. So I win the edge by 1. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe he just wanted me to waste a card. I don't know. That's a little interesting for me. Let's see. So what's kind of neat about this is when he goes in with the Falcon, we'll actually be able to, if he's got anything else, we'll block with Bib and be able to lock down the other thing. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to see what happens here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he saved 2, so I'm guessing another Guardian maybe. Maybe a Wookiee, yeah. Wookiee makes sense. Tranishans can just strike at will there, right? Alright, let's do that then. Alright, so he's going to slam the Falcon in, I assume. So I'm going to go ahead and block with Bib. So I can just tactics down here. And let's just do that. Block with Bib, the Transition Hunters. And what we'll do is we're going to kill that Wookiee. So I guess I don't need Bib. What am I doing? Need to clear the participation here. I don't need Bib in there at all. Okay. And feeding the pit. So see, that thing does have some uses after all. The price on their heads. Yep. And he realized that the Wookiee was going to die. That's going to take the dial to 10. And we'll see what I draw, I suppose. Why is this going off? Oh. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and toss a Bosk. I don't think I need 2 of those guys. Really, 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 really wish that I would have seen a corrupt official with only 16 cards left. There's still 3 in the deck. Oh man, this is just pretty brutal. Let's see. So I win guaranteed next turn, so ideally we need to stop whatever he might have up his sleeve. Let's see. So there's 2 lines of play. The first is to play the Outer Rim Space Pirates and try to win an edge with tactics, lock things down. It could also be committed to the Force, so it would kind of force him to play big units. Let's see. We can still draw 2 cards with a Feeding the Pit. But I think that's better to do just a little later. I don't think there's anything I'm looking for right now. Blowing up this objective would just take us to 11. And the paid informant can do that, I suppose. Okay, so I think that's the game.
Paid Informant, Bosk, and the Crad Dragon. Yep. I've got 1, 2. And he has realized it as well. So that's the deck. That's it in action. Obviously, things got a little hairy with that super aggressive Chewie on turn 1. And with the repetitive Falcon tricks. Down to 16 cards and only seeing 1 Corrupt Official was a bit of a bummer. It would have helped mitigate some of that damage there. I'm trying to think of other things, but basically you saw that we just kind of maintained board control. And basically just try to look at, yeah, so he's going to take a look at the deck. Basically just try to, you know, get some damage in when you can, and then use Krat Dragon, Boss, those are kind of your big damage guys, to move the dial the rest of the way. I really actually like the Captured in there. I'm glad I saw it. I know it's kind of weird that we saw the one of, but we did go through, you know, 2/3 of the deck, more than 2/3 of the deck. And Captured played a part. Greedo was fine, whatever. And that price on their heads, tricky to take out Falcon, is pretty neat. That gives me a whole lot more appreciation for that card than I realized, now that I realize what it can do. But these guys right here, these guys are super duper incredible. You saw it, they do put him in a bad spot, makes it a little hard for him to attack. They can just kind of take out units every once in a while. But basically, that's how the deck plays. That's the idea. But I hope you guys like the video. I'm either gonna play it. Well, I've just put it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play some more, or if I'm gonna switch over and do one of the other balance decks I'm working on. We'll see what happens. But that's pretty much the idea. I do want to look. This is going to draw me 2 cards, so I want to see if it was going to find a Corrupt Official or not. I'm very curious. Okay, it was going to find me the Corrupt Official, so we're going to be okay. Alright everyone, so thanks for checking out the video. This is Jedi testing with the new Scum and Villainy deck I've made, comboing the Scrum Security team with the Corrupt Officials to try to lock down your objectives and lock out the board, as you saw there. So you just saw it be a Yoda, a Falcon, Chewie with Trust Your Feelings. Yeah, that's the deck in action. So hope everybody liked it. Thanks for checking out the video.